The killer mistake you don't even know you're making. Let's start with the truth. You're working hard, maybe harder than ever. You've followed all the advice, ticked the right boxes, and done what you thought would get you ahead. But something's not adding up. You're not seeing the results you desire. You feel stuck. It's like you're running on a treadmill just to stay in place. What if the reason you're not getting ahead isn't about your effort, but your perspective? Rory Sutherland famously said, "A change in perspective is worth 85 IQ points." Can refining your perspective be the key to unlocking the influence, control, and respect that you crave? I'm Todd White. Think of me as your no BS thinking partner. I don't just give advice. I help high-performing professionals just like you cut through the noise, sharpen your focus, and build a perspective that gets you noticed in the conversations that matter. If you're tired of being overlooked despite all the hard work, stick with me. What I'm about to share could be the edge, the game changer you've been looking for. Good professionals everywhere keep making the same mistake. It's subtle, but it's sabotaging their success. It's this: not having an earned, defensible point of view. Or worse, relying on shallow, surface-level opinions that anyone can dismiss. Let me ask you a question. When was the last time someone actively wanted your opinion, your perspective, your point of view? Was it because they knew it would change the game? Not just a quick opinion, but a real point of view that carries weight, influences decision, and adds real value. If it's been a while or never, here's the hard truth. You're being overlooked. An opinion is personal and often based on preferences without needing much depth or support. Perspective is the lens through which you see the world, influenced by background, experiences, and context. A point of view is a well-formed stance or argument that blends perspective with reasoned analysis, allowing for a more structured position on a topic. Before we dive into how you can build a point of view that commands respect, I'm going to share something you'll want to stick around for, a secret insight. What are CEOs looking for in their inner circle? It's not just skills or experience, it's something that could shift your perspective. We'll get to that later, but first, why some people's opinions matter and others get ignored. We've all been in those meetings where someone speaks up with an opinion that just lands flat. You know the difference between the opinions that matter and the ones that don't. We all recognize that someone with the point of view that always adds value and shapes the conversation. When was the last time you genuinely wanted to hear someone's opinion? What made their input valuable? What work had they done to earn your trust and your attention? Attention is the new currency. Now flip it. Think about those whose opinions you readily avoid or dismiss. Why? Their input lacks depth, lacks rigor, and most importantly, lacks the ability to shift your thinking. Stated another way, you do not believe them. Here's the thing, not all opinions are equal. Like it or not, we are judged every time we speak. You're judging me right now. So what is the point of view and why should you care? Some people know right away what having a point of view means. For others, it's more abstract, comes with time and experience. A point of view is not a casual thought or an opinion you just toss into a conversation. A solid point of view is earned. It's built through rigorous thought, deep work, and an understanding of where things are and where they're going. A point of view is about seeing the current state clearly. More important, it's about anticipating the future. It's your lens, your informed perspective that allows you to influence the direction things are heading versus reacting to the past. Without a strong point of view, you're constantly in a reactive mode. With a strong point of view, you're shaping the future. Why most opinions don't matter and yours might not either. Everyone has an opinion. The real question is, do most opinions matter? The answer is no. Why? Because most opinions are not earned. They're based on gut feelings, assumptions, or surface level understanding. Ever wonder why some people can charge six figures for their point of view, while others can't give theirs away for free? The difference is rigor. Charlie Munger summed it up perfectly. I never allow myself to have an opinion on anything that I don't know the other side's argument better than they do. That's the level of depth it takes to make your point of view matter. How to earn a point of view that can't be ignored. Here's the game changer. A defensible point of view isn't luck. It's not intuition. It's built through deliberate, hard work. And most people avoid the hard work. Here's how you earn a point of view that sets you apart. Number one, do the work. If you're not diving deep into multiple sources, you're coasting. Skimming is for amateurs. To develop a point of view that matters, you must go deep. That's where clarity lives. Number two, find your sparring partner. You need someone who pushes back hard. If your point of view hasn't faced resistance, it's weak. Surround yourself with people who challenge your thinking. That's how it grows stronger. Number three, argue against yourself. Can you tear apart your own argument better than anyone else? If not, you are not ready. The strongest points of view are forged through this kind of self-doubt and continuous refinement. It's simple. If your point of view isn't defensible, don't share it. Let me share a quick story about how this works in the real world. One of my clients had to present her case for more resources to her company's executive committee. The stakes were high, the decision makers hard-hitting, skeptical, not easily impressed. She didn't just make a case, she owned the room with a defensible point of view. By the time she finished, there was no debate. Here are the three things she nailed. Number one, identified the real issue. She didn't just present a problem. She went deeper. She uncovered the root cause and linked the solution to the company's long-term vision. Number two, brought the facts, the data. She wasn't vague. She came armed with market research, details, and a rock-solid business case. Her request wasn't just well argued, it was undeniable. Number three, she guided the decision. Instead of just asking for resources, she walked them through clear options, guiding them toward the best solution. End result? In 5 minutes, she secured the resources. Her point of view was built on rigor, not guesses. It's what makes people seek you out. It's what gives you influence in the conversations that matter. And once you've earned it, your point of view becomes your most valuable asset. The truth is, leaders don't follow the herd. They carve their own path, and they earn their influence because they put in the work. If you want a seat at the table where decisions are made, you need a point of view that's bulletproof. As promised, here's what CEOs want in their inner circle. When you ask a CEO in public what they're looking for, they might tell you they want experience, degrees, and expertise. In private, what they're really looking for is much deeper. They want their tribe. Initiative. They don't want someone who waits for instructions. They want someone who thinks strategically and solves problems on their own. They want follow-through. If you say you'll do something, you do it. No hand-holding required. Honor your commitments. No drama. Handle your challenges without creating tension. They don't have time for unnecessary conflict. Optimism. They want optimism. Don't just point out problems, bring solutions. CEOs want problem solvers, not complainers. Ask them how many have these attributes and they say very few. Show them you have these traits and you've already earned a seat at their table. They won't just want you there, they won't start without you. Before I go, take a moment to think. Where do you stand on having an earned, defensible point of view? Start sharpening it today. Don't wait for someone to ask. Take that initiative right now. Think of your point of view like a finely crafted key. When it's sharp and defensible, it opens doors to opportunities you didn't even know were there. Sharpen it today and start opening those doors tomorrow. Let me pull back the curtain on something I never revealed before. Every time I work with a client, whether it's an executive team or a growth-minded professional like yourself, I'm running my sessions using the 5 pillars of professional development. These pillars are the backbone for how I form my own point of view. And they're constantly shaping how I see where you are, where you're stuck, and how I can get you where you want to go. Let me explain how these pillars work in real time. Pillar number 1, purposeful influence. I map out how to help you influence decisions in your field from the moment we begin. Influence isn't random. It's tied to the strength of your point of view. Pillar 2, confidence and credibility. I focus on how to build your credibility. Confidence comes from knowing your point of view is defensible and knowing you can stand by it when it's challenged. Pillar 3, success drivers. Every session is about identifying what really drives your success, the core factors that will create momentum. A strong point of view helps you focus on the right actions. Pillar 4, decision-making accelerators. I help you make faster, smarter decisions by using the same tools that I use. Once your point of view is solid, decisions become automatic because you've done the hard thinking. Pillar 5, intentional velocity. This is where everything clicks. A sharp point of view means you're no longer just reacting. You're moving with purpose and speed. You're leading, not following. These 5 pillars don't just shape my perspective. They're designed to shape yours too. When you master them, you're not just forming a point of view. You're developing the ability to see the bigger picture, anticipate future trends, and influence the outcomes in a way that sets you apart. Once you have these pillars working for you, you'll be running them on autopilot too, moving faster, making better decisions, and gaining control over your future.